How the Ghoul Stole Halloween. On one eerie October night, a grumpy old ghoul with a candy-craving heart sets out to swipe Halloween from every child in town. But a tiny witch named Maple Moon, with kindness, courage, and a candy treat, might just change everything. A special tale for anyone who believes Halloween is about more than just candy. Every kid down in Pumpkin Town loved Halloween night. But the ghoul who lived just above town did not think it right. The ghoul hated Halloween, the costumes, the cheer. Now please don't ask why, he'd been bitter for years. It could be his cloak was too ragged and tight. It could be he only came out at night. But I think that the most likely reason you see was a heart that was cold as a dead willow tree. Whatever the reason, his mood or his dread, he sulked on All Hallows with gloom in his head, staring down from his hill with a grimacing sneer at the porches below filled with pumpkins and cheer. "For tonight," growled the ghoul, "they'll dance and they'll play. They'll rattle their buckets, they'll chant all the way. They'll giggle, they'll shriek, they'll gallop on brooms. They'll throw candy corn straight across haunted rooms." And he snarled with his fangs, and he drummed on the stone. "I must find a way to make Halloween stop. For 53 years I have put up with this. The laughter, the costumes, the sugary bliss." Then he got an idea, a frightful idea. The ghoul got a wonderfully frightful idea. "I know just what to do," he hissed in the gloom, and he stitched up a sack in the shape of a tomb. He grabbed his old boots and his beetle black hat, and he fastened a pumpkin, yes, glowing to that. "All I need is a broomstick." He looked all around, but no witches were near, no brooms to be found. Did that stop the old ghoul? Oh, no, not tonight. "If I can't find a broom, I'll steal one outright." So he snuck to a porch where a small one lay flat, and he cackled and creaked, "Yes, I'll ride that." Then he flew to the first little house on the block, and he crept to the porch with a tick and a tock. He snatched every treat from each bucket and bowl. He took all the taffy and each Tootsie Roll. He tiptoed the doorsteps to porches galore, swiping moon pies and cobwebs and skulls by the score. He peeled paper bats off of windows with glee. He even stole apples from one bobbing tree. And the very last place that he came to that night was a pumpkin-orange cottage in soft candlelight. Inside was a girl not much older than 3, with a velvet black hat and a bat on her knee. The ghoul froze in place, he was caught in mid-creep. This small little witch wasn't even asleep. She blinked up at him and gave a small yawn, as if she'd just woken, or not been long gone. She said, "Mr. Ghoul, why are you taking our stuff? Aren't your pockets all full? Haven't you got enough?" But the ghoul, who was clever and wicked and slick, thought up a fib, and he thought it up quick. My dear little tot," he lied with a grin, "there's a curse on this candy, it glows from within. I'm taking it home to my ghoul lab, you see, to cleanse it of tricks, and then I'll bring it back free." And his fib fooled the girl. He was shrewd, he was sly. But something strange lingered when she met his eye. She smiled a small smile, then tugged at her brim. "My name's Maple Moon. Are you lonely, like him?" She pointed to Bobo, her pet bat with a bow. And the ghoul didn't answer, he just whispered, "Hello." He patted her head as she gave him a sweet. Then he crept up the chimney, still clutching the treats, and the very last thing that he took with a flick was a flicker of warmth in his heart. Just a tick. He climbed to the top of the cold, windy peak. With his bag full of mischief and candy and treats, he grinned to himself. "They'll all wake up and cry. No pumpkins, no candy, no sweets stacked up high." But then he paused. For down in the village below in the mist came a sound he never expected to exist. It started out soft, just a whisper, a tune, but it grew like a spell underneath the round moon. The children were singing. They still sang with delight, with no candy, no costumes, just starlight and night. And among them he saw, as the wind swirled inside, stood little Maple Moon with her arms to the sky. And the Ghoul, cold and tired, stood there feeling quite strange, as his frostbitten heart gave a hiccup, then changed. He turned on his heel with a wild little cry, and he whooshed down the hill to the smoke and the sky. He brought back the candy, the pumpkins, the string. He brought back every bone-decorated thing. He ran house to house giving candy away, tossing goodies to goblins who yelled, "Yay, hooray!" He joined in the dancing, he painted his face. He even won second in the pie-eating race. And he himself, with a soft, ghastly swoon, gave the biggest sweet hug to young Maple Moon. And ever since then, on each spooky night, he hands out full candy bars lit by moonlight.